Garbage Day!
So, some numbskull wants to talk shit about Lord of the Rings, eh?
Silence! Keep your forked tongue behind your teeth.
10 ways Lord of the Rings has aged poorly. Despite being a significant benchmark in fantasy epics, the Lord of the Rings hasn't entirely stood the test of time. The only possible way that Lord of the Rings may not have stood the test of time is that in that fictional world they use bows and arrows and rocks and things. Whereas if it was written today, it may have featured flamethrowers, guns, and tanks and things like that. And bombs. But never mind all that folly. Let's see what this stupid article has to say. A book having outdated elements doesn't necessarily mean they are bad things. Just because certain elements of The Lord of the Rings have fallen out of fashion in contemporary literature doesn't mean they can't still be enjoyed. Then why write this fucking article at all? What's the fucking problem? Of course, here's the problem. However, some parts of the book have aged poorly because they are problematic and offensive in ways that went uncorrected at the time.
Fool of a took.
Ah yes, offense archaeology. Looking at something that was terrible a long time ago and comparing it to the metrics that we hold in society today. Except it wasn't really that terrible. What's next? Oh yeah. Diversity. I wonder where this will take us. Because Tolkien was largely inspired by white European history and myths, The Lord of the Rings is not a very diverse series of books. The main cast of characters is all presumed to be white based on the books, and even adaptations of the work reflect this lack of diversity. No diversity, eh? Elves, dwarves, ents, wizards, men, and of course, orcs. Seems pretty fucking diverse to me. Oh, but you were looking through the lens of skin color. I bet you're one of those awful racist motherfuckers who compared orcs to black people, aren't you? And people like you were the only people who made that assertion. Especially when the orcs that were portrayed in the movies speak like white London cab drivers.
I'm starving. We ain't had nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days. Get a fire going!
People like you thinking that orcs are the same as black people when orcs are also considered to be sword fodder is rather telling. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the matter, and another garbage article for us all to laugh at.